Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today guys, we're going to be jumping down into the charts for Cardano's ADA, taking a look at what's been going on most recently and what do you think might actually happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe. Stay up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, seriously guys, check it out. It can be a little bit fiddly to get in there. There's a high security on the server that basically, we want as many kind of people to kind of get through those hoops as possible, whilst obviously making it as difficult as possible for scammers, etc., to get in there. So yeah, there's a little bit fiddly, it can be a little bit time consuming to get into the server, but once you're in there, guys, it is the centralized hub of everything that we do at Cheeky Crypto. It is well worth jumping through those hurdles, in my honest opinion. Okay, let's move on. Let's get right into this, right? Cardano paired up with USDT on the hourly chart. Binance is the data source. Now, there's lots of yellow boxes on here, right? Not many waves. And the reason for this is I'm kind of trying to mix up things just a little bit to become a little bit more accurate in how I approach the charts, considering this moment of volatility in the crypto space. And for the most part, for Cardano here, we can see some interesting kind of structures that are emerging. And one of the things I want to focus in on is going to be a little structure in here. Now, this could be something that is valid or something that is not valid. It's really hard to say for sure. But if it is something that is basically the start, then we could be looking at something pretty big across this space. So I want to do a couple of sense checks on here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to take this low point here, and I want to take it up here with the Fibonacci extensions. I want to move it over to this low point, and I want to check how low we went. So we did cross the 1.618. So I'm pretty happy with the structure, looking at it like that as a big kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then still kind of come down into that fifth wave. There's no overlap with wave 1 and wave 4. We've hit the minimum, the minimum, I guess, 1.618 for wave 3. The beginning here, we do have some overlap, so I'll look at this more as a leading diagonal structure. And as we kind of approach some of these other areas here, we do have some interesting kind of moves going on as well that could be a clear indication of a lot more to come. So looking at it, I would say that we're probably in some kind of little wave 4 right here, with still some moves to the downside to occur. So I would say that we got a pretty good chance of coming down into, again, a new lower low here for Cardano. And I'm just going to draw another yellow box on our chart here, just to kind of highlight the range that I think we are possibly going to be revisiting. Obviously, this is all subject to the kind of bigger macro piece within crypto, right? Because sometimes it's not going to be as easy to kind of draw these things out during these moments of volatility. But I'm thinking 27.37 to 29.54, yeah. This one here. Okay, so this little yellow box area, 27.37 to 29.54 cent. Okay, let me just remove the fibs, get those off the chart there, so you can kind of see that that's kind of where we're looking. You can see it's a 5-wave drop. Now, that doesn't really terribly mean too much until we start to consider what was going on this side. And all of this could be an ending diagonal structure that you could have inside this C wave here. It would be very unusual, but it wouldn't be an impossibility. So, if we start nesting this thing in, we would have something like this, right? And now, because we've got overlap with wave 4 and wave 1, we are talking about a diagonal structure here. Now, with this diagonal structure, it's either going to be a leading or it's going to be ending. And considering where we are, I would hate to think that that is a leading diagonal. So we'll have to kind of keep this in the back of our minds. It may be ending diagonal, or it may be something that's going to lead us down into very, very low prices on Cardano. Okay, so I'm going to leave it open for now because we don't know. We haven't got a huge amount of data, and we haven't seen the complete fallout of everything that is going on in the crypto space right now. Okay, looking at where we are currently pushing to the upside, I think this is short-lived. We are, of course, up in this overbought area on our hourly chart, and I'm not confident that the rest of this space is going to respect a move to the upside slightly longer term. I think that we are going to be moving continuously down as the fallout of FTX, Alameda, and some of these these other exchanges starts as a bit of a cascading effect on the crypto space. So we're going to start to see more and more. Now, this yellow box area that I had drew up here, okay, this little one here, this was the kind of original thinking that I was looking at, as you can kind of see right inside this little range. This was our little sniper long position, which was great for us. But moving back down, we've revisited this area. This is now resistance in my mind. So we're looking at this as a previous area of supply, a previous area of demand that has now turned into a supply zone, meaning that we're probably likely to see some kind of rejection from here, and we'll move down into this expected low point. So for Cardano's ADA, I do expect more cheaper prices to occur, and I've been talking about 34 to 28 cents for a very long time, so it's good to finally see these kind of numbers back in. But I do want to kind of point out that we also have on our radar 22.23. That's been there for a very long time. This is a big Y wave structure, as you can kind of see over here, and therefore we should respect this as a point that we're probably going to get to at some point in the future for Cardano. But dollar cost averaging all around here seems like an okay thing to be doing, but I am a little bit cautious over this entire structure here at the moment, as it could be, as I said, a leading diagonal, which would be absolutely awful for Cardano. Best case, ending diagonal 22.23, and we kind of finish things off down there. That would be fantastic, and then we can just kind of go sideways and just kind of move up as the market kind of improves. So just be a little bit cautious from time to time. And there are some still low prices here that are possible, so we want to keep our minds open as to where things could potentially go. But for now, that's kind of my thoughts on Cardano. A small kind of move to the downside, I think, is due. And yeah, we'll have to see how it kind of forms out and what happens next after that. So guys, if you have found this video useful, it's a brief one, but if you have found it so, then hit that like button. I do appreciate that. If you're new, subscribe. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, guys, check it out. It can be fiddly, but it's worth it in my opinion. Guys, until the next video, have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.